step and I shoot, just got the boost. Babes on 10 and I move. I say go to Van Moose, out of the room. I went straight to the roof, just stepped into the booth, out of the booth. Take one step and I shoot, out of the park like Ruth. Baby, I'm cool, cooler than Zoom juice. Baby, I'm way too cool for school. Cooking up tracks like soup. I hopped into the coupe, stepping on brakes. Don't need brakes, got zoom. I went to the moon, hot like bling. Baby, 1-6 go rings. I want a girl that sings, sing like Ching, Ching like sending my checks. I can't even complain, play like Lane. You stay up in your lane, leave on riding IG, red light vein, bloodlight into the rain.
Alright guys, what's up, what's up? It's your boy Akpai, and we're here for one of the games in Vertigo Finals. Alright, it's a pleasure to be here again. I had to step in as a substitute for the streamer, which is Afro Snipes. He couldn't make it for reasons best known to him. Yeah, Tony will be stepping in for tonight, and yeah, I'll be glad to we're bringing you guys this game. All right, so let's get things rolling. I will be joined by Papa in a few minutes. Let me just try to get him on board before the game starts. All right, so let me just send him a meeting and get him to join. All right, whew. What a day! What a day! What a day! It has been. We have so many wonderful teams on board. I'm gonna just send him the link so that he can join the meeting, and you should hear his voice once he's on. So we have several different teams that I'm sure you guys do well. I mean, do really know, amazing teams all around. It has been an amazing tournament, and just looking at the different teams right here, you obviously see that these are top-notch teams. Sitting on the top of the table is undisputed, and oof, man, different teams. Just take a look at these teams. You have Team Euphoria, you have undisputed, you have Rogue Gods, you have Outsiders, you have Immortals, LXG, Kateria, Tenacity, Dream Team, Ace of Eight, Active Gaming, Dark Dragons, God Gaming, SK, and AE. So many different amazing teams all around. It's really, really, really hard to tell which way the game's gonna go as we progress in this tournament. But we do see, like, just taking a look at the table that was shared, GGS to the guys from Vertigo provided us a link. You see that Undisputed is on the top of the table, followed by Tenacity, but they lead by 30 points. So Undisputed is a team to always look at. Just look at the way they jump, look at the way they dive, look at the way they approach the game. They always do seem to be cautious at the beginning of the game, and as the game progresses, they tend to become more aggressive. Are we going to see the same possible game style from them? You can see that they are always find a way to be, sort of far away from everybody else. But looking at Rogue Gods right there, it does seem like they are landing really close to a couple of trouble right now. They're really close to Team Euphoria, and it does seem like we're on for a little fight right here. Ooh la la. All right, so let's just look at different teams. It does look like Hunter was already taking on some little bit of damage right there, and Meliodas is alone. I'm wondering if they're going to push Meliodas. Seeing Meliodas is alone right there, but it does look like that possibly is not going to happen today. I do hope my sound's a lot better. The previous game that I streamed, I did decide to take a break to sort of like, fix out that sound. So if there's any problem with the sound, if the sound, is not great enough, please do give me that feedback. I'm trying to sort things out with so I got a new mic. Yeah, I'm trying to sort things out with the mic, with a couple of issues. But it just looks like Fraser has now pushed up a little bit. The rest of Rogue Gods probably trying to get stacked up with more weapons. Meliodas trying to get into. Oh, so now our guest is trying to come into the game. Hi, Papa. Welcome to stream with us. What's up, man?
I'm far I'm alright.
Lovely game you have here. Lovely game. It does. I know you're also spectating the game, right?
Yes, I am from my
Okay,
end.
cool. So you can see that there's some action going on between Rogue Gods and Team Euphoria right now. Hound is already down. He's taking on a couple of hits right there, and it does look like Rogue Gods are going to be pushing up onto this one. Maybe Boyoka is going to be able to get that revive onto Hound. Is that going to be early enough? But it does look like Hamsway has also taken some damage from Hunter. Hunter pushing up onto him. Oh my god, I did forget to change my settings. I do apologize that my kill feed is way at the top. I did forget to change that one. I'll change it for next game. So yes, Hamsway getting the revive on both sides, getting the revive. Hound is back up.
Kratos got Hunter also.
Oh, so Hunter. Yes, Kratos got Hunter. Hunter is also down. Is he going to be able to get that finish? Let's see if Yuri Boyka is able to get that revive on just in time.
Boyka is going for the revive.
Yes, he's going for that revive. Meliodas seems to not want to have any of that. Hamsway also to get him tagged up by Hounds. Why they wanted to push, but now Hamsway has now been loved. It is now a 4v3. The game is basically turning on his head. The Robots guys have now taken on some damage. Whoosh. We've lost one guy right there. Damn. So I'm just sharing.
To move up, to join this team.
Oh, okay. I'm sharing the stream link with you, so you could share. All right, the guys from Robots do have 3 guys. Agent 57 just waiting at the back of that building. Hound's about to come out on this one. Agent taking in some damage, and Agent has now been knocked down, but it does look like Crazy is also going to be taken down by Meliodas. Meliodas is also taken down right now. Algae is now down to just one guy, which is Kratos. Can he clutch this, or is it going to be the end of the game? Taking on some damage, he takes out 1. He takes out 2. My goodness, maybe Kratos is going to be able to clutch this one right here. And nah, it would not be enough for the team as Hound takes him out. The Euphoria guys are lucky and they're able
to try. They didn't lose anyone though.
Yeah, they didn't lose any teammate. GG's to them right there. I mean, yeah, these things happen. Just taking a look at the map, you can see several different teams. It does look like Active Gaming is pulling up really close to the guys from Immortals. Yeah. Yeah, driving really close to Immortals. Yeah, but those look like they'll probably be moving away. Just trying to get themselves into a nice building right there. Zooming onto the map, trying to find out where possible action is.
Katera quite going to be silent for now. No one is so close to each other.
Yeah, it does look like Katera is also moving sort of close to the guys from Active Gaming. Switching my screen now to guard. Yes, sometimes these things do happen. There's a lot of teams close to each other, but no action happening at the moment. So, what do you think about the various teams? Like just looking at the table and taking a look at where different teams are positioned. Do you think like teams like Tenacity, Outsiders, are going, Team Euphoria, who are like second, third, fourth, are going to come back and basically just give Undisputed a run for their money? Undisputed leads the table with about 30 points.
Tenacity and AE are in the fight right now.
Okay.
So let's see if Tenacity does lose this one. Then I don't think they'll be giving a UAE a run for their
we can already see that Tenacity has one guy down. 16-year-old is down, but probably they're going to be able to get that revive on. Just switching my view because I want to see who and where different teams are. Yes, AE and Tenacity at fight. If Tenacity lose this fight, it's probably going to be bad for them. But you can see that Hexor is already pushing up onto this one, trying to get himself another knock. They're kind of like boxed in right now in that particular position. One grenade could probably end things for them in that spot. Yeah.
Does get to help them. I think Jojo is more like they're this way. Okay, it's an FPP mode right now. So what's gonna happen? That's what's happening on the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, Outcast could pull a surprise on AE from his angle there.
Yes, exactly. He has a position to put in a surprise, but Crowns is basically keeping him at bay. You can see that Crowns is just holding that position, keeping him at bay, so he can't push. If Hexer just needs to be careful because there might be an angle for Outcast on Hexer, and if they do get the knock onto Hexer,
I think Crowns has it covered because I'm looking from the view right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think Outcast can pull anything from where he is. Crowns gets in him.
Yeah. So you can see that Blessing is also alone at the top of this place. If they do get that knock, that's exactly what I was saying. You can see that they have now taken on Blessing. They got one knock, 2 onto 16-year-old, but that would not be enough to stop them. Now they're able to go to the roof and hold that position on the roof. And yeah, I did think that AE had the upper hand, but now that they were able to take out Blessing, you can see that Jojo is now pushing, just knowing where Hexor is, he now has the roof. And that sort of like has changed things a bit in this fight. You can see now that the position that Tenacity is in with Hexor at the side of that building. I do think now Tenacity does have the upper hand with Jojo at this building. Outcast on the other side. It's really going to be tough for.
At the same time that's happening, there's a fight going on between.
Yes, we also see
Stark Esports. I think Yellow Boy Cow went down.
Yes.
Fraser is trying to get him the revive right now. I think it's a push from the SK boys.
All right, EE Pound has been absolutely amazing throughout this game, but now he has been lucky. Oh my goodness. The guys from SK basically just going wild on this particular one, and it will be the end for EE. Oof. Yeah, man. GG to the guys on SK. That will be the end of the game for EE.
Let's get back onto this fight between TNC and see what's happening.
Back to the fight from TNC. Thanks for highlighting that particular one to me. So you can see they're still sort of like in a stalemate in this particular game. I do feel like TNC does have the upper hand, but you never know how these particular games are going to go. With Hexor, I'm gonna just take a look at my. Network and. Yes. Come on. All right, just give me a moment. Okay.
And did he just stop?
Yeah, there was some lag in my system because it wasn't plugged in, but I've now sorted that out. I had to check that.
I have a lag in my also. Okay.
Yeah. I had to check out I had to check it out and sort that out.
I think every team has successfully rotated right into the zone.
Okay.
So I think we should be getting some action pretty much around double Mestro. I think that's where most of the teams are concentrated.
Yeah.
We have TNC, Kateria, Active Gaming, LXG, Immortals. They're kind of like concentrated in that place, looking at it. I think AOH have only one player left, Savage. So I think he's probably going to try to secure placement, and I think he has like perfect spot to do that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Playing right close to the coastline.
Yeah,
I
definitely,
think that's quite
definitely.
perfect for him. Hopefully the zone is in his favor also. Otherwise, it could be dead any
Yeah.
moment from
Yeah.
now.
So, AE, what's their full name, by the way?
AE
AE.
Aphelion, I think it's
Aphelion
Aphelion
Apex.
Esports. Yeah, Aphelion
Okay.
Esports. Yeah,
Aphelion Apex. All right.
I think
It's
they're
good
like
to
the
know.
newest. Okay, so I think there's a fight going on between that
Yes, there's a
Dragons
fight
and
between Dark Dragons and
SK.
or Regal Dragons
So
and SK.
Sloan got knocked out. Oh, AE has also started it. Um, okay,
All
so
right.
I think there's a third party coming in somewhere. One of the oh yeah,
All right.
yeah,
So,
there's a third
so just
party.
looking at the guys, you can see that Frankie takes out another guy from SK with
Takes out
Sloan
Sloan.
down, and SK is now down to just King and Slat. SK is in all sorts of trouble right now. What can the guys from SK pull out with Slat and King basically just turn this one around. You can see there's some third party coming in from the guys from God Gaming, not too far away from them. But the DD guys basically have this one on lockdown. So you can see that the guy B399 basically pushing up onto that one and knocking. But he has now been taken down by Slat. Slat is the last guy up. But he will be lobbied right there with
All
Frankie
right, so
getting
yeah, they get.
that
Let's
kill.
jump back to TNC.
All
TNC
right, jumping
are
back to
quite
the
active
guys
right
from
now.
TNC, you can
Okay.
see that Jojo has been taken down on this particular fight. Whoosh, man, we have been with this fight for quite a while. Like, jump out, go to other fights, come back here. Like, they've just sort of been in some sort of stalemate throughout. I do think Rusty Boy is down, right? So we're left with just Crowns right now. Right, just taking a look at this. I think we're just left with Crowns. So it's just Hexor and Crowns still up. Does it look like I think they're probably just trying to retreat right now and
Yeah,
keep that
obviously, I think
placement
that's like
going.
the best thing they
Um,
could do for the moment because Kraus is low on HP, so he
yeah,
needs to get himself back up.
yeah. But
And I
this
mean,
does look like yeah,
TNC haven't lost anybody, so it's more like a 4v2.
yeah,
So I think it's like quite good for them to like back up and
yeah.
reevaluate their strategy.
Yes, exactly, exactly. It's probably better for them to push back, but it does look
But
like
I think TNC
uh
are like taking the charge right now. They're pushing.
okay.
16-year-old. It's kind of like okay. So I think they know Crowns is in this house, and all three of them are about to. Yep. Okay. The Knicks coming in.
Okay. Alright, so we're now down to just Hexa. I'm sorry I got distracted a bit for a second right there. Hexa's probably, I mean, his best play probably is just to get into that vehicle and just escape from this one, but I'm not really sure he's going to have enough time as Jodo is just on his tail. He's getting tagged up, but whoosh, Hexa manages to escape from that one. GG's to
The
the guys
Crowns.
from TNC.
Just to them. Just to them.
Yeah,
Just to them. So I
you see
think
them
Exo is just going
getting,
to try and secure the placement right now, and
yeah.
he's driving towards Savage. Actually,
Yeah, they can go for some
like
1v1.
the two solo guys in
Yeah,
the room are actually like quite close to each other right now.
exactly.
So I think for the sake of placement, I hope they don't see themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So just looking at the map, you can see a couple of teams are still in this one with Undisputed holding that center again, which you do expect from a team who's on top of the table, just trying to hold that center, get good placement towards the end of the game. That's what they probably always do in every single match that you see them in. They just try to, get good positions and get the
I
kills
think
as
every
they
team is just probably going to try and hold their current
so
positions in
that
the zone.
yes,
So they,
exactly. Seeing how the zone
you know,
goes, and then teams begin to push
there's no rush.
themselves. Yeah, there's
So,
no
but
rush.
let's try a little bit of prediction. Where do you think the next zone will go to next?
I think the next zone is going to settle just around the Maestro with a couple of guys still in the zone. So You're most likely going to see TNC retain some part of the zone with DT Immortals. LXG might still be in the zone. You never know, but definitely the guys from Undisputed Immortals, yes, exactly. Like I said, and it changed immediately. We still hold the zone,
Yeah.
circling around the master.
So I think the Kateria has to move, find a better
Yeah.
spot in the zone.
Mhm.
And I think I would actually love to see where they decide to hold in this zone because looking at this, everywhere you could think of is probably filled by a team at the
It's
moment.
probably taken, yeah. I mean, if they could see the map, the possible best position for them right now would be to push
I think
onto
they're going
onto
for
the
it.
Maestro,
This,
but
this should be interesting. They're
yeah,
going to
but now
push
they
onto
have pushed
the
up onto
base.
the guys from Outsiders, as you can see. It's about to go down. Coming not too far away from Zero and Jesse, they're basically pushing up onto this one. With Pronto trying to circle back. Jesse and Zero are basically just holding it down
And
right now.
Shecky's coming from behind.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like he has an angle also. He may be able to perform some magic against Adonis right there.
there he goes. And
Yeah.
oh no, wow. Screw.
Yeah, putting in a lot of damage right there onto Adonis, and you can see it on the nade. Woo! Massive nade from Jesse right there, changing things. OP, OP. Now two are down, and Outsiders are basically just taking on this entire team, and you can see the two guys being taken down. It is now left to just Superior and Adonis to basically try to change this entire game. It does look like Zero was tagged up a little bit there. Pronto just trying to get better positions as he is driving around. Not really sure what Pronto is trying to do. Some really
He's probably trying to scout for
yeah,
maybe
trying to tell.
now they know where every other person is.
Yeah,
They can
exactly.
have a full push.
That's some really smart gameplay right there. Just trying to get the right position and Superior pushing out and taking out Pronto, but also taking down at the same time. It is now left to just Adonis to change this entire game for his team, and you can see he's just waiting at the door for
Now
them
the
to
zone
come
is no
up.
longer in his favor also. So
The zone is not in his favor, and that would be taking out some of his HP. Whew. Man.
I think it's just probably going to wait this one out and hope the outside has give so he can try to secure placement. This next zone should be interesting.
Alright, the next one has now shifted a couple of people just around creatures. God Gaming has the center of that zone. Everyone has to move in. We're going to see a lot of action. You can see that Adam is trying to just, get that placement point and drive out. This is really dangerous. I've been boosted up.
I think he's about to run into. Oh
no. Yeah, his card is glitching out right there.
Yeah. So I think this next zone is quite good for Didi because they have no one coming from their back. It's also good for Savage, also our solo player, because he's still protected.
Yeah, I mean, juju's to him getting that placement point and extremely lucky right there. You can see that Adon is escaping some fire right here. He's now driving really close to the guys from Active Gaming. Is he going to possibly get shot? Yeah, they were also driving away. I do think he spotted them.
Look at this now. LXG are kind of pulling up on Didi.
Yeah. I'm gonna just switch to the guys from LXG as they drive by. They're literally next to them. There we go, seeing some action. Basically just popping off right now. The guys from Didi and Bots taking out Ace. Frankie also being tagged up right there. So LXG is pulling up like bosses into this particular building and just taking them down. B399 is probably is B399 K9.
Yep.
Oh, he. Oh, okay. So, Didi still
keeping an eye on the kill feed. I think it's going on between the Dream Team and Immortals.
Yeah.
And TNC also. But let's see what ends this fight first.
I mean, yeah. I don't want to leave this fight, but you can see that God came in and the Immortals are basically taking themselves out right there. You can see now it does look like Active Gaming is now pulling up onto this one third party in this particular fight. You can see that Nax and Cash are basically just putting in some damage onto the guys from LXG. It does seem like this is some. Woo, this is some.
Yeah, and I think this works in DD's favor.
Yeah, this works exactly in DD's favor. Oof, but this is really tricky for the guys from Active Gaming as they only have two guys right there. Oof. I'll just switch up onto the view for LXG. LXG has lost one guy. Nexus has now been lobbied. I mean, we may see a third party of a third party because, you know, just looking at the map, just taking a look.
You know what I think? If this fight drops
yeah, exactly. You can see that the guys from LXG have now been taken out by the guys from Active Gaming.
So now this is literally DD versus DD are pulling out of this one.
Yeah.
Because obviously I think that's like the best move because the zone is right on their heels. So
yeah, did you see the guys from Active Gaming, by the way? It does look like while they were rotating, they did lose like a couple of teammates. So I'm gonna just switch now onto the guys from Immortals. It does look like DT and Immortals are basically just going at it. You see Sahil was taken down by Killer Bean, but at the same time Killer Bean got taken down right there by Umar. Lucy Stark is still up, King is still up. Can they turn this game around for their team with the zone basically also just coming in? And you can see Immortals are not having any of it. They're pushing up onto Lucy Stark right there with Umar. But it does look like the guys from DT do still have the advantage as they hold on to the zone with MFPOP trying to just move into that zone with that vehicle. Yeah, Lucy Stark lobbying Umar right there. MFPOP driving and bashing into, as you can see right there on the left side. MFPOP is just trying to make his way into the zone, but he is third partied, and that will be the end for MFPOP. You can now see that a couple of teams are just right there holding different spots within the zone. I'm gonna just switch.
It's about to really get.
Yeah, it's about to go down. We still have about 9 teams, the undisputed holding a really strong position in a building. You can see that maniac. It does, man.
It just got taken out by outsiders there.
Yeah. So who do you think is going to win? Is going to win?
I think the next zone will actually determine.
Yeah.
Just got taken out. Our two solos have been out of this game.
Which particular solos are those?
Oh, fine.
Oh, mad. I mean, I think it's God Gaming. Like you can see, it just seems like the zone has been following them from the beginning of the game to the end. Like they just keep having, keep having that zone. Yeah.
I mean, other than the teams with complete people in God Gaming, Outsiders, and UAE. Okay, no, God Gaming came out serious. So let's see what happens now. Outsiders, God Gaming.
You can also see just while we look at the kill feed and Nax taking on the guys from DT, you can see that DD is now pulling up really close to the guys from Undisputed with Frankie and B399. Oosh, that's so hard to pronounce sometimes. Pulling up not too far away from Frankie, and all right. So B399 and Frankie trying to get into the zone. You can see they're smoking in right now with Kateria Adonis, who is still alive, by the way, who struggled throughout the game in that particular one. But the guys from DD who got like some blessing from the guys from Active Gaming against LXG while they were about to be taken out and now trying to make their way. It does look like they're extremely lucky. Will that luck continue to prevail? As you see Undisputed right there on the hill, just trying to take some shots onto them with Frankie Frankie trying to defend B399, but this is a really dangerous position for Didi as they have guys not too far away from them on the other side of the building. Frankie trying to send in some nades, but I think the nade was sent onto Frankie, and Frankie is now down with Inspector pulling up and trying to get the finish onto this one. 1 HP, and that will be the end for the guys from Regal Dragons or Dark Dragons and Undisputed themselves, trying to now make their way into the zone. And you have a couple of teams. You have God Gaming holding that center. How do you think this one's going to play out? With you can see Undisputed now, trying to drive a vehicle. They're going to push up onto the guys from God Gaming. They're definitely going to push up onto the guys from God Gaming, as you see. Sorry, mic issue there.
So I think the next zone is good. Oh wow. I think this is like the perfect time for Active Gaming to secure this zone. Like moving, they have no one from to pick them from behind.
Yeah, they have a really good position, but I do think the guys from Outsiders are going to push up onto them. As you can see, Jesse right there, holding a good position and just trying to scout things out. It depends on how Outsiders and the rest of this team's push. If Outsiders pushing up onto the buildings, then Active Gaming holds a good spot, and the other teams could just fight. And while they're trying to make their way in, Active Gaming might be able to pull out a huge surprise in this particular game. But and as you can see now, Outsiders are now pushing up onto the building with Undisputed not too far away. This game could go anywhere. Like it could literally go anywhere in this particular one.
They will call Royal Rumble.
Yes, exactly. Like it's an amazing game, because now why you see that the guys from Outsiders are pushing up onto the guys from God's Gaming with Undisputed at the top of that hill. Woof! While all those guys are fighting, you see Active Gaming just holding a slight position right there, just holding. If they could,
Active Gaming are like, if they could just smoke their way a little bit into that zone.
Exactly. If they could just avoid attention long enough for the other guys, then they might make a huge statement in this particular one. But the guys from Undisputed just putting in damage into everyone, holding a good position in that hill. You can see that Dice Slay just
and that was the end of God Gaming.
Yeah, that will be the end of God Gaming. We now have 3 teams left. You can see that Outsiders and the guys here are just basically just going at it. Shecky checking out Maniac right there, and now you can see the guys from Outsiders from Active Gaming have now been taken into just them going out in 3rd place. The zone doing in some dirty work right there. With these 2 teams having taken in a lot of damage, this fight could be the decider on this table. Points right here, and you can see that Jesse did get one. If the guys from Outsiders can and send it in that name, dangerous name. The guys from Undisputed have lost one. They're probably going to try to get that revive on to give them some chances at the end of this particular game. But it does look like the guys from Outsiders. Do they have the zone?
No one has the zone.
No one has the zone.
It's going to close on everyone.
No one has the zone. It's going to close up on everyone.
I think we should be trying to see an Elof.
Yeah.
And I think Jesse's preparing.
Yeah.
The zone is starting to take out UAE.
Exactly. It does look like the zone is going to be in favor of the guys from Outsiders, and yes, Outsiders taking that game mad, super amazing from them throughout the entire game, finishing this game with 10 kills and a winner chicken dinner. Do you think that would be enough to make to turn the tide around for them?
Yeah, it's not going to be enough, though. UAE had a very bad game in the first one. We were unable to stream that because of our streaming issues, but UAE had a very bad game in the first one. I think they left with just 1 kill. So, and I think Outsiders did a little bit better. So with this one right now, with the winner chicken dinner and
total of 10 kills,
they should be edging nearer to UAE on the top of the table.
Yeah, definitely. Amazing one from them, by the way, that one.
I'm going to head out now and create the 3rd game. So I guess I'll be back with you guys later on.
All right. See you guys in a few moments. As you see right there, Outsiders finishing that game with finishing that game with 10 kills. Undisputed, who are on top of the table, coming in second place, 6 kills. You can see Active Gaming with 5 kills in third place. You can see God Gaming with 3 kills, Kateria with none, but finishing in fifth place. Dark Dragons, who were extremely lucky throughout the game, finishing in sixth place with 6 kills. You have the guys on DT who struggled a bit with 3 kills right there, if I'm correct. Ace of A finishing in eighth place. AE, who almost got taken out at the beginning of the game by the guys from TNC. You remember that fight that dragged on for a while. The guys from LXG, who were seemed like they were going aggressive against the guys from Deviant, about to get all them kills. Got third parties by the guys from Active Gaming, and boof, that one went bad for them. You also have the guys from TNC, who were absolutely amazing against the guys from AE. You have the guys from SK. I think they took out Team Euphoria. And then you also have Euphoria. You have the guys from Road Gods, and it is an amazing lobby. Like every single one of these teams are absolutely amazing and outstanding. So I'll see you guys soon. We'll listen to some music from Max. Yes, the RWF, and I'll catch you in a couple of minutes. We'll be back. We'll be back shortly. All right. I'll see you soon.
Feel so brand new, I can get it removed. Jump back, step and I shoot, just got the boost. Babes on 10 and I move. I say go to Van Moose, out of the room. I went straight to the roof, just stepped into the booth. Out of the booth, take one step and I shoot. Out of the park like Ruth. Baby, I'm cool, cooler than two-tone juice. Baby, I'm way too cool for school. Cooking up tracks like soup. I hopped into the coupe, stepping on brakes. Don't need brakes, got zoom. I went to the moon, hot like bling. Baby, 1-6 go rings. I want a girl that sings, sing like ching, ching like sending my checks. I can't even complain, play like lane. You stay up in your lane, leave on red in IG, red light vein, blood light into the rain. No, there's limited chains, drip X brain. I dripped into the fame, made new money the same. I stay the same, no matter what's going on up till the morning. I'm right round the corner, but fly over borders. I pop like I'm soda, show up like Marauder with guns like a soldier. We just got another, oh no. I can't perform in the sun. I need to go out and hop up inside of my spaceship. I hopped out of my spaceship. Aliens hopping on my A-list. Basically, nigga, you too basic. It's a race, nigga, but you way too patient. Feel so brand new, I can get it removed. Jump back, step and I shoot, just got the boost. Babes on 10 and I move. I say go to Van Moose, out of the room. I went straight to the roof, just stepped into the booth. Out of the booth, I jumped off of the roof. Baby, no parachute, landed my feet. She needs something to eat. Baby, come get this D, it's gluten free. I stay home for a week, still get checks while I sleep. Slip like slide, I slide into the peak. She slide onto the D, D like this. She say grab on my neck, I go on to the next. Lit like fleek, my new B is on fleek. She slay more than a beast, see my wrist, it drip under your neck. Bit like T like Rex, she like sex. Please just cover my T, T on top of the sheets. T like shirts, I buy all of the neck. She wind up my sack, yeah.
Tony Alpha. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Come on, they say your QP day too high.
Yes. Definitely adjusting the kill field right now. Normally in my
Most of my voice
gameplay.
is too low, so I don't know why they can't hear me.
I mean the voice is fine for me.
No,
But
yeah,
I
maybe
have
for
to.
you, but surprise. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
nice. So
Yeah,
it
that
will be
happens.
fine for you, but I think there's like
There's
for
a
people watching it, I don't think they can actually like quite
they
hear.
can they did get that feedback. I'm going to try and see how I can adjust the volume. The thing about this volume being increased is your volume is also the volume of the in-game the in-game sound. Like it comes
Okay.
to the channel the same way, and I have to adjust that volume a bit. So it's a bit tricky.
I don't
The
know.
next
The
time
last one and crowd is their Discord.
yeah. I'm going to try to see.
But that means you would have to stream. The way we did it here was like he was streaming on Discord, so I was watching the stream from his own
Okay.
screen, and
Okay.
that was how we worked
Yeah.
through it then. Well, as long as people they can hear us now, they can hear us.
Yeah. They can actually hear us.
Yeah, what we're talking about
Can you
right
hear me?
now. Really?
Cool. Yeah, they can actually hear us. With music playing in the background, they can. Is I'd have to find a way to get that out. How many more minutes to when we start the next game? Okay, I'm gonna just get to the room right now.
Yeah, 9-0.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have someone streaming to Trovo at the moment.
Okay.
King. So I don't know if this is his first stream, but
if I who's streaming to Trouble?
Octane.
You said?
Octane.
Octane. Okay, he came in as a backup also. So we have two backups.
Yeah. Yes, we have.
That's good.
Just in case something.
That's good. Okay, so I mean we'll just leave it here for people who do want to have things on want to have an option on yeah. Right, I'll just stop this music for now.
I think for
how
the
many more
last
minutes are we
days,
giving them?
We'll be back with our homeboy crowns.
Okay. For the game tomorrow, right?
Yeah, for the next 2 days.
For the next 2 days. All right, that's great to see. It's great to see guys like Crowns coming back and helping us stream. That would be amazing to watch. Whew, I mean, man, guys. Sometimes this setup, after the last, it's great to hear that my sound, at least, is good for the streamers. I had to purchase like a new mic setup for this. It does seem like my previous mic was having like some sound issues because at first I did think that it was the. I did think it was just my settings, and then when I went to stream the Red Bull game at Super Sports and connected my mixer to their own mic, and people heard me quite clearly. Like there was no problem. I mean, nobody said, "Oh, we can't hear you," this and that. You understand what I mean? So but it didn't quite catch up, So for the last stream, like when people were like, "Oh, I can't hear you," but I'm like, I can hear myself, and that's pretty fine. So I had to get myself like a new mic now, and I'm glad like just getting feedback on the stream, like you can hear people saying that, the sound's great, the sound's okay. It does look like teams are now. I mean, the lobby is almost full. I just see a couple of guys just trying to get in. Guys from Team Euphoria. Euphoria used to be a castle, right? I mean, the team Euphoria used to be a castle. That's great. I mean, just looking at this lobby, like there's no team, absolutely no team that can be said to be a pushover Like just
Yeah,
taking a look at the
I mean,
entire list, like
just thinking about it, we started with like 66 teams and we're down to
yeah,
the final 16. So
yeah,
I'm sure everyone here has had to fight their way through to
yeah.
round of qualifiers.
Mhm.
That was the total
Mhm.
of, I think, 10 games, before getting here. So obviously,
Mhm.
there's no pushover in this lobby. Everyone here
Exactly.
is a champion. Just that not everyone is going to win the money, but
Yeah.
everyone here is a champion, obviously.
Yeah, everyone here is a champion. You can see like one simple mistake could take your team entirely out. The winners of Leco right there, um, the
LXG.
guys from LXG. You can see how they were taken out by two guys from Active Gaming, and Active Gaming trying to just push their way through. Getting taken out by the guys from Outsiders at the end of the day. So it just looks like every team is evenly balanced when it comes to like strength and skill and quality. Um, I mean, there's no clear. I mean, it now all those boils down to your tactics and how you approach the game, the zone, and just how your leader basically drives you towards getting that good position towards the end of the game. But it did look like in that last game, every single team was really close when it came to skill. Like you even saw like the team AE when they were against TNC and then SK against Euphoria. It just seemed like Euphoria, who was really good at the beginning against one team, falling short against SK. It just seemed like it was just evenly balanced all
We're
through.
actually missing a team there in this lobby. NFX Unique didn't turn up throughout the three matches that we've had today.
Mm,
I don't
mm,
know, even I
mm.
mean that's another very good team that we're not, we can't have on display today.
Yes,
But
exactly.
yeah, it's time for the third and the final match of today, and it's going to be happening live in Erangel. On the free map of PUBG Mobile. So
Yes, exactly. The main map of like just taking a look at this flight path. It's a really tricky one. Just following the guys from Undisputed who are still on top of the table, I believe, after the games of today. After the previous game finishing in second, that was probably enough points to keep them in their spot. But you can see the guys from Immortals, I think, going towards Kameshki. Um, I mean, I used to know that LXG would land at Cerveni back in the day. I'm not too sure if they would still go that way. I do see Kateria heading that position. Um, of course, we do know that outsiders are going to land in, um, Rosehawk. Their spot is in the zone, so that's probably not going to change. So, who do you think is going to take this one home?
well, to be honest, any one of the teams here can take it home. To be honest,
Okay.
so I think it's just let's see where the first zone hits. Let's see who's going to be in the zone, who's not going to be in the zone,
Mhm.
and I think
Mhm.
from there we
Mhm.
can conveniently decide. Oh yeah, this will have like the
Mhm.
upper hand and everything.
Mhm.
So I think
Mhm.
everything is like moving to their spots right now. Oh, look at this. And I think looking at this zone right now, teams like TNC, I think they are quite in luck because I believe the next zone should still be with them. Kateria might have to do a little bit of rotation, coming into maybe places like Yasnaya or Stalva or Rozok.
Yeah. Exactly.
Uh, and
Exactly.
obviously, outsiders have taken their home place. Rozok,
Exactly.
RG are in school, also
Exactly.
alongside Ace of Eight. So, and for one very funny thing I noticed this match is I think the teams actually respect each other so much that Ace of Eight lands right in the middle of school building, while RG decides to take apartment. It happens every single time.
Every single time.
That's how
Yeah.
it's like they know. Okay, don't
Yeah.
go to school. If
Yeah.
you know you're going to
Everyone.
school, like
Everyone knows. Like.
if you
Yeah.
if you beat me, then you beat me. But guy, go to apartment, don't come to school. And I think it's quite nice to know that these teams respect each other. For me, it's respect, to be honest. So that's
Yeah.
how I see it.
It's definitely
No
respect
one
as
of your
people.
teammates wants to land it outside as a result.
Exactly. No one wants to do that and commit suicide.
No,
Um. Yeah. No one.
and
No. No
active
one
gaming
wants
have
to.
picked their favorite position. All these tracks looking around between Pochinki and Farm.
I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Looking at this, I think LXG, we know LXG drops at Milta. but I think I think they know UAE does that too, so they decided not to do that this time around.
Yeah,
And
that's all.
Stark Esports, holding down Prison, Immortals. I think Munchie is like quite far from his team. I think he
Mm-hmm.
went to Watertown. While the rest of them just hold, the north east side over there.
Yeah, and the
It's
guys
quite
from
cool.
BT also going to Novo to get some loot. They're most likely not going to be disturbed around there. You can see Euphoria looting around Gatka. They're probably going to get a lot of loot. Just staying around that position, and you can also see the guys from AE around Hospital. They may come into contact with guys from DD if they're not too careful. But it does look like every single team is just evenly spaced out. I do think the guys from God Gaming are dangerously really close to LXG.
Yeah, I think they should have a notification very soon.
Yeah, definitely have one.
I think if there's any possibility of any fight happening quite soon, it has to be between Outsiders and Isoid. Because
yeah, definitely. Looking at where Outsiders are, I don't think we may see some. Like I'm going to just switch to Agent. I'm gonna just switch to Agent. Agent seems to be sort of really close to one of the guys from Outsiders. You can see it does look like he's really close to to Jesse from Outsiders, but he's taking that vehicle right now and he's now driving right back to his guys from RG in their apartment. So yeah, we're not gonna see much from there. We just switch to this Tom Steve. So yes, guys, thanks for the feedback. I have adjusted the kill feed, and you're probably able to see like the kill feed boulder right now at the bottom. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem anymore. Although I'm not too sure why they couldn't see the kill feed in that one. Like, I mean, it's at the top, but you possibly can still see it. But anyways, do what the people want. It's done. Alright, so just so there's not much fight happening anywhere. It's just really steady everywhere right now. All the teams are. So for people who will ask me, why are you looking at a map? I'm looking at a map so that I could find where the fight's going on. Because I always get that question a lot of times, like, oh, why are you looking at the map? It does look like SK and the guys from Immortals are probably going to go at it. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, alright. They're really close by, or we're really close by. Okay, one of the guys, Munchies, is really close to the guys from SK.
Munchie, I think that's the solo guy.
Munchie, yeah. Solo guy does look like they are pushing up onto him. My game just glitched there for a second. Does look like he's been taken down, so I had a glitch. Munchie has now been taken down, but there's also a third party coming in from the guys from God Gaming, who have now taken down Sloan. Chris just popping in some shots right there, trying to defend. Does look like Sloan is most likely going to get revived right there. Some third party right there, hey?
Yes, definitely some third party of the century, yeah.
Okay. Nebula getting tagged up right there, so it does look like Slip is now coming in for blood, taking down Pablo right there with the nade being sent in and taking Sloan down to 1 HP. Nebula is also really low on that one, and he's also taken down by a third party from Kateria Bomb. Woo! Oh my. God Gaming is in a whole lot of trouble right here.
LXG having it down with UAE.
Wow. Kateria just staying far away, sending in them shots onto this particular fight, stealing some kills. You know, just getting some kills in this third party
That's
fight.
like the main point of having a mini 14.
Just holding on to that mini 14 and getting some steals onto that particular fight, but they're not going to be pushing up onto this one. Probably not a wise idea, being in the open and shooting at a building. Probably not the best of thoughts, but now two guys from, you can see two guys from this particular team have been taken down, with King also being taken down by one of the guys from Godson, and they're in a whole lot of trouble. And King is now lobbied with Slate, the last guy up. My goodness, taking shots from so many different positions. Sloan has now been revived, and he's probably trying to get in on them heels. I think it is best for them to probably just get out of this particular one. You can see that the guys from LXG.
Switch over to LXG.
Yeah. Yes. Just switch over to LXG right now. It does look like the guys from LXG and Immortals are at it. With Vigors down, God Desire just next to the entire UAE team. Something has to happen in this particular match, but he needs to be careful because Isley is on top of the building, and just wanted to go anyway. Anyway, God Desire has to be extremely careful. Can Nell pull in a surprise from the distance right there? Nexus also has to get into this fight. So God Desire just basically trying to keep on the hopes for the entire LXG team as he should or would try to stay alive. You can see that Maniac is also on the right side, so he needs to be extremely careful and just hold on his position. Now has to find a way to get into the fight, but God Desire has now been taken down by Matrix. And things are looking bad for LXG right now. You can see on the kill feed with Immortals and TNC just going at it. It does look like Undisputed are going to take this one. Can Neil find a way to get into this game? He has to take out Inspector for any hope to be left for the LXG team. They need to get into this fight as soon as possible. What can Vigors and Nexus? With Nell now being taken out, it is now left to Nexus and Vigors to basically try to turn this game around. Are they going to try to just bail out of this game, or are they going to push in to get that swift revenge from the guy from Immortal?
To be honest,
I think they're just going to run out of this one. Yeah, I think they're just going to run out of this one.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, most likely. So, the guys from Immortals getting into some fight from the guys from TNC, as we can see in Yasnaya, right? Yasnaya? Okay.
Yeah, Yasnaya, yes.
Let's obviously that's it fairly. It does look like the Immortals have lost one player. Does TNC also have one player down?
Yeah, they have lost member.
One each, yes. TNC member is down.
And I think if Jojo can actually throw a very nice nade from here, it'll be some really, really nice Kobe.
Some Kobe moves right there. It does look like they are just going to be holding on their own there, but I can also see that the guys from Outsiders are in a bit of a tussle with the guys from EE, with one of the guys from EE getting punched out right there by Pronto. Highly disrespectful. Getting punched out with a screw.
You need to punish Trias because he's straight. The rest of his team are saying Yasnaya.
Yeah.
Why you and Rozok?
Yeah, definitely. Be punished for that. Be punished for that.
The prodigal son didn't get to return home. Too bad.
So different teams trying to now push onto the zone. You can see that Yasnaya is still holding the circle down, with the guys from TNC trying to just hold their position against the guys from Immortals. And yeah. You know, the thing about Yasnaya is it's so big, like you could have 4 or 5 teams here and they'll most likely just be, holding their spot. It's how big this place is. It's one of the most annoying places to be in Extreme. Like a team could literally be next to you and you can push them. Because of how open, and these buildings are one of the hardest to push.
Yeah.
On the map. Even if you knock 2 people, they could be revived before you run.
Before you climb up the
staircase.
staircase.
Before you climb up the staircase, yeah. So it's difficult to pull a fight like that. But let's take a look at Rogue Gods, who's not too far from AO8.
They're just holding the position down of them. I don't think none of them is willing to give up this position yet because it's quite the center zone. So I think only if the zone pushes them out of it, they decide to actually leave.
Yeah.
And looking at it, I think Philly on this spot are actually taking a bet on where the final zone is going to be. I think that's why they are staying up north. I think they're the only team, other than that Regard Dragons, they're the only team staying up north, hoping to secure that area.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's quite boring right now. I don't think any team wants to push any team. Everyone is just chilling.
Yeah, everyone is just chilling, holding different positions right now, trying to get into that top 5 spot where things will really start to pop up. But just taking a look at the field feed, a lot of action has gone down between the guys from Undisputed. Outsiders doing what they usually do and just scouting out different areas, trying to find out where the different teams are. And now the zone has basically restricted everybody and done hard shit with only a few teams in the zone. Does look like everybody's going to start traveling right now. It is time to hop on, fasten the seatbelt, and just move.
Yeah.
Just drive in. All right, some shots going out from the guys from Outsiders to the guys from DD. As you can see right here. Ooh, Katerina is also not too far away from this particular one, with Outsiders be pushing up onto this one, and Dai not too far away. Oh wow. It does look like D399 is in all sorts of trouble. Not too far away, but he's able to drive around. DD trying to escape Outsiders, get into some sort of trouble because of that guy has gotten into some trouble with Immortals, and he's taking out DD finally find a spot to stay in. We're just gonna switch. I'll just take a look at the map again. So I'm gonna switch on to the guys from Immortals who are not far. You can see the guys from Active Gaming by their side. So it does look like the guys from Immortals and from Undisputed and Active Gaming are basically just going at it, with Immortals trying to drive around them. Got being taken down by Inspector right there and lobbied by Inspector. Kesh is also taken down by Inspector. And now the guys from Immortals will now be pushing up onto this one. It's now left with just Max. Max has also now been taken down and lobbied. It is now left with only Cloud from Active Gaming. Will he be pushing up onto this one, or will he get out? But it also does look like the guys from Immortals are taking some shots onto the guys. Alright, so the guys from Immortals taking some shots onto are you hearing me, Papa? Yeah, does look like you're disconnected.
No, I'm still with you.
Okay. Alright. So, the guys from Undisputed taking out some of the guys from Active Gaming right there. Active Gaming is now left with just Cloud, who's now a solo guy. And now the zone has also now shifted again. with Undisputed losing 2 guys right there to Immortals. And they also know that Cloud is still in that particular position, so you can see that Matrix is just trying to take a look, but he's also getting tagged up. A lot of fights going on left, right, center. And everyone's probably just going to try to get into the zone right now. Katerra is also not too far away from the guys from Outsiders, and a couple of teams. It doesn't look like every single team has just been bruised right now. Like, just taking a look at all these teams, like they've all received like bruises. I mean, it's just Outsiders, Road Dogs, Katerra, and AE with full team.
I think AE has not been involved in any,
squad. Also Ace of Ace. Well, a lot of teams have just been taking in, damage. Alright, AE not too far away from the guys from Immortals, and it does look like Immortals are probably going to push up onto this one with Hexam not too far away, Hexam Blessing. But they need to be careful because there's one guy who's Crowns, OP Crowns by the way, who's also on the left side, but it does seem like they're trying to get into a position, but they're not far away. It's about to go down between the 2 particular teams, and you can see they're letting it loose, taking on the shots. I mean, right now it's probably a good time to get in those nades, and those nades just flying out, as you can see. They're sending in the nades. But Umar was tagged up pretty bad right there. It does look like Crowns is now the one who is trying to get a flank position, with Hexo now being taken down. Rusty Boy and Blessing have to light up, but it does look like a third party is about to happen with TNT pulling up at their back. It's about to go down. Woo! This is a really, really tough position to be in right now. You can see Outcast right there. Oh, the Immortals are almost all completely taken out. You can see TNC, Snake, and JoJo just pulling up at the side right there, with Cloud taking out Sabi Boy. Crowns taking out one of the guys from TNC. Crowns taking out Snake, Katerra. It is just the third party from third party. You can see a TNT Outcast also putting in some damage onto the guys from Immortals. And oh my god, MFPOP, it is left to you to revive your teammate and save them. Those are the guys from AE have now been taken out. We're now down to 11 teams.
It just got reduced to 10.
And it just got reduced to 10. It just got reduced to 10. It does seem like immediately I tuned in LXG taking on some damage. Just taking a look at this particular team. You have Outsiders who are still with a full team, Katerra still with a full team, and everyone's trying to make their way into the zone. Katerra is not too far away from the guys from Outsiders. And we're probably going to see like a lot of fights happening right now. This team Immortals have been extremely lucky. Outcast was about to take them out. They were down to 1 guy, but they still found a way to hold their position. And being not too far away from TNC themselves, and God Gaming putting in some shots onto them. You can see Silent taking out 2 guys right there. And this might be.
Now, to be honest, I think this game should be, between Katerra and Outsiders.
Yeah, definitely between Katerra and Outsiders.
I think other than the only person who can pull a surprise here is, Cloud coming from behind these 2 goals. I don't think there's so much he can do against these 2 guys.
I don't think so.
If he does pull up on them, so
I don't think so. You can see Superior, who was. He needs to revive himself right there. He's probably going to be taken down, and yes, he's taken down by Jesse. He needs to be extremely careful. The guys from Outsiders might decide to pull up on this one. Or just they did hold their position. You can see they have a good position on the hill. With Cloud not too far away there, trying to make his way into the zone. It does look like Zero has spotted him. Possibly just trying to find a way into the zone with Katerra. Lovely, lovely, lovely nade. Kateria basically in all sorts of trouble right now with the nade from Sheki taking down the guys from Kateria. And it does look like they are down to just one guy who is a bomb. And oof, you can see Cloud Easy just hiding right there. And the shots going out, and the guys from Kateria are now being taken out by the guys from Outsiders. We are down to just 5 teams left. GG's to Cloud, by the way, just holding on for his team and just keeping that good position as different teams are now trying to make their way into the zone. I'm going to just switch up onto Killer Bean and his guys who are not too far away from, well, I mean, everyone's really close to each other right now. You can see Cloud just holding a position right there. This is some this is some really OP positioning right there. You know, just trying to make his way into the zone and just hold it down. Yeah, he does have the zone, by the way. He does have the zone.
Yeah.
As different teams are just fighting it out. You can see Outsiders, Jesse trying to make his way in.
Also in similar position in that game.
Yeah, exactly.
Where everyone was fighting while they had the zone.
Exactly.
So, but let's see. And
all right, we're down to 3 teams. It is Outsiders versus DT and Active Gaming. One guy from Active Gaming, which is Cloud, who managed to get himself into the top 3. GG, by the way, from him, managing to get that top 3 position. And you can see right now, just taking an aerial view on all of the spots. Outsiders still have a full team. All right, so Cloud has now been taken out of the game. But you can see, I mean, this is GG's Outsiders, by the way, and this could basically turn around the entire game. They're sitting down right now with 10 kills, and they have a full squad. They're already in top 2. And, they possibly could win this one. But nah, Killer Bean is having none of it, taking down one of the guys from Outsiders, which is Jesse, and it's now down to a 3-3, evening the position. I mean, if that revive doesn't get on, you can see he's sending in the nades, and the nades going off. Jesse has now been revived, but nah, Zero is having none of that also, taking down King from DT, and that revive is gonna go down, most likely. Outsiders really have a good position. You can see Killer Bean has to get into the zone right now. And I do think it is all sorts of trouble for him with his HP going down seriously. And Killer Bean has now been taken down by the play zone. Rash has been taken down. It is now left with just King. And I do think this game is done and dusted. The guys from Outsiders, the front are pushing on aggressively, and that will be the end of this particular game for today. It was totally amazing. Outsiders finishing this game with 12 kills and the winner chicken dinner. And hey, okay, all right, okay. Oh wow, celebrate, yeah. Okay, so you can see Undisputed did not have a good game. They finished in 11th place. Oh my goodness. I'm going to just take a screenshot. I had to get out of that one. All right, Outsiders finished with a chicken dinner, with a winner chicken dinner, and finished in 1st place. Remember what we talked about the table coming into this particular day with Undisputed sitting at the top of it with a lot of massive points. I do think that now that Outsiders have had 2 winner chicken dinners, and in this particular last game for today, they had a chicken dinner and 12 kills. Do you think that's enough to even the spot and to push them to that top spot in this particular game? Do you think that that's enough for them?
For point of correction, they were always already in the top spot because,
Okay.
like I said, I think UAE had a very bad first game.
All right.
They came second in the second game, but I think they had like quite a low number of kills if I remember correctly. And looking at this now, UAE obviously have they had 3, 4, 5 kills. Okay, sorry, they had 4 kills.
Yeah.
Okay, they had 5 kills from this match, and Outsiders had 12. That's like a 7-point difference. And looking at the placement points, but I think at the end of the day, when the scores are out and calculated, Outsiders might really not be in that top spot, UAE, because I mean, 71 points is a really, really massive, points to accumulate on your first day of game. But
Yeah,
I think it's going
exactly.
to be very, 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 very close. I
It's
think
going to be
look
really, really,
at the end
really,
of
really
day
close.
two
Yeah,
is
yeah,
literally between outsiders and UAE.
yeah,
So I don't know what day three and day four would bring because we still have like 6 more matches before this whole thing is decided. But
yeah,
let's see
definitely,
what happens. I think we just have to
definitely.
see who the guns are going to be with.
Yes,
As it
definitely,
is in PUBG.
definitely.
May the guns be with us.
Yeah, with the guns be with us. All right, so coming into this particular game, as you can see in the table that I am showing right now, this was the scoreline before. This was the table standings before the game started on today. As you can see, you have Undisputed leading with 30 points. But coming into this particular game, Outsiders who were sitting in third place, I had two winner chicken dinners, and also, if I am correct, finished second in the first game, right? Papa?
Yeah, what do you say? Sorry.
Yeah, Outsiders finished second in the first game.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah, finished second in the first game. So it has been an amazing day for them. I do think that puts them in the top spot. It's a really tight race with Outsiders going at it against the guys from Undisputed. They really want to get this trophy and to crown themselves as number one in Vertigo PUBG Championship. So let's see how this one goes down. We'll be back same time tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we'll be back same time
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
And we'll be having crowns and beats.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have Crowns on the beat, and it will be amazing to sit back and watch as Crowns does his thing, giving out those mad vibes. So, we'll catch you guys same time tomorrow, and it was lovely being your streamer. My name is Actfire. You can call me Tony, and down here with Papa, and it was amazing casting for you guys tonight. I do hope you guys had as much fun as we did, and we'll see you same time tomorrow.